Do you see what I have in here? Mm, it's a bag. What do you think I have inside? What are your guesses? You might think some toffees or some mm, erasers, some jewelries, maybe some pearls. What do you think? You have a lot of answers, don't you? But don't you want to know what is really there? Let's see. Hmm, some colored stones. Blue, white, green, red, and orange stones. Did you even guess that? Did you even guess what is inside this bag? But you expected regardless, didn't you? Expectation. Don't you see how it leads to disappointments? How it leads to frustrations, anticipation? How are you today? So we met again. How was your week? Was it good? I hope it was well spent. So, all who are gathered here today are very special. I'm sitting in front of all of you today and I see some special crowd because amongst you are parents, are my siblings, are my friends, and my colleagues, people that spent their entire lives with me all throughout the sansara, all throughout these lifetimes. I'm in debt and I want to pay that debt. I'm ever so grateful that you helped me come to this path, the path to true salvation, the path that led me understand the truth in this world and the truth that set me free from my desire, aversion, and delusions. That I'm ever so grateful. So I want to tell you what I have learned from our great teachers, how I found solace under the altar of our great teacher. So, 2 weeks ago, we started to talk about anger. We started to discuss that anger cannot be managed. Anger is something to be understood. Anger is not something that can be controlled, but it needs to be understood. And we took this great example, if you can remember, that it's like you're sitting under this tree, a coconut tree, and there is a coconut that is about to fall on top of your head. And there is this person who shouts at you and says, "Hey, hey, there is a coconut. There is a coconut. Please move away, be careful." So you look up and poof, it disappears. It doesn't hit you. Just like that, the anger might try to conquer you. The anger might try to affect you. And it might affect your words, thoughts, and actions. Of course, it does. We all know that. But just by understanding this anger, it disappears. We try to find the truth behind the anger because we are truth seekers. We want to find the truth in this world, and just by understanding, the anger disappears. Why? Because anger occurs because of the lack of understanding of anger. So, as soon as you understand the cause for this anger, it disappears without a trace. Just poof into thin air, vanishes. So, we are in this journey that leads to that ultimate goal, that destination. But don't worry, The journey is what matters. You heard this term that says, it's a quote that says, it is the journey that matters, not the destination. So don't worry about it. One step at a time, and let's take baby steps. Let's try to understand, and let's try to apply this in our day-to-day incidents, in our day-to-day lives. And little by little, we'll get this full picture of about anger and frustrations, all these negative feelings that we feel in our day-to-day lives. And it will give you solace. It will give you this true relief that we are trying to understand under the wings of our great teachers. Because we are truth seekers. You might have heard this quote that says, it's from one of these philosophers, one of these religions. It says, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. What is the righteousness in this world? That is this truth. Freedom from all these emotions, negative emotions such as anger, frustration, disappointments, sorrow, grief, regret, guilt, that is eating you up from inside. And that truth will set you free. And are you filled, really? Think about those moments. Yes, I understand that amongst you are those who live happy lives with their spouses, with your children, with your siblings, with your parents, and amongst you are those housewives that live happy married lives. Amongst you are those women who found their soulmate. But are you filled? Your fridge must be filled with food, but are you filled? Don't you feel that dissatisfaction? The very moment that you go after the things that you want for yourself, and when you experience that, have you ever felt filled or satisfied? Don't you have those incidents where you are eating something that you really like and all of a sudden it finishes, or maybe someone takes it away from you, or you have to throw it to the dustbin? Are you willing to do that? Don't you feel at that moment that I want more? I want more. The urge that tells you that you want more. So do you think that you can fill yourselves up with all those things that surrounds you, with all those people that you associate? So then we are not filled. Imagine that moment that you're watching your favorite movie and all of a sudden the TV gets switched off. Are you filled? What about that moment that you want to know what happens next but you can't? Did it fill you? Did that TV series fill you? No, it didn't. It can't actually. That's the thing. It can't. It's not that it doesn't want to, it just can't. So we are not filled. Only those who seek this truth shall find this truth. So I invite you, let's find this truth behind anger. So think about the last time that you felt angry. Let's ask these housewives and let's ask these mothers the last time that they felt angry. It could be the moment that you are a child. One day your child comes to you and say, my dear mother, I want to go on this trip. But the thing is, I know you wouldn't grant me permission, but I'm begging you, please, can I go with my friends? Can I go on this trip? So you know perfectly well that you want your child to pass the exams that are going to be held maybe next week, and you know really well that it would affect his studies. So you won't allow that. But the child keeps asking you. It starts to build up this urge, so then it irritates you. It starts to build up this urge that gives you this frustrating feeling. You want to tell him that gives you this frustrating feeling. You want to tell him not to bother you. You want at that you don't want him to bother
Let's
you.
think
Do
about
you?
that specific
At
moment.
that very
Let's
moment,
think about that feeling.
let's think about that specific
that you
moment.
feel at that moment.
Let's think about
Do
that
you like
feeling
that feeling?
that you feel at that
You certainly
moment.
don't.
Do you like that feeling? Let's go back to this bag that I
certainly
was
don't.
holding. Let's unravel.
Let's go
that
back to this bag that I was
secret.
holding.
Let's unravel that
in this bag.
secret. So in this bag, I brought five different colored stones.
I brought
Five
these are the
different
colored stones
colored
that I
stones.
brought.
It is
So these are
this
the
one
colored
is
stones that I
orange.
brought.
I hope you can see.
It is
and
one
this
is
one
orange. I hope you
is
can see.
blue. And this one
is red.
blue. And this one
is
red.
green.
And this one
is white.
is green.
So
I have brought along five different colored stones.
So I have brought
with
along
me, and
five
it is
different
inside this bag.
colored stones with me.
So I'm going to
and
take
it is
one
inside
out.
this bag.
So
Out of
I'm
these
going
five,
to take
I'm going
one
to take
out.
one single stone
Out of these five, I'm going to
And
take
one
I'm going to
single
ask
stone
you
out.
to pick one
And
color. I'm going to
whichever
ask
that suits you.
to
I'm
pick
going to ask
one
you
color.
to pick
Whichever that suits you.
your favorite color.
I'm going to
maybe.
ask you to pick.
So, are you ready?
Your favorite
Okay.
color, maybe.
So, are you ready?
What color do you like, ma'am? What do you think? Green. Okay, so you think that I will take out green. Let's see how it goes. So here I am holding a stone inside this bag, and I have already held a stone. I have already held a stone within my grasp. And you think it is green, right? It is green. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Oh, how do you feel right now? Disappointed? So don't you think that this is what happens every time you feel angry? That you think that out of all five occurrences that you want me to take out the green color. Out of all five occurrences, you want me to take out the green color. But I have already grabbed one stone. Even at the very moment that you tell me that you want green color, I have already grabbed a stone inside the bag. But you don't know that, do you? That is why you are telling me you want green color. That is why you keep your expectations on green color. And when I take it out and the moment that I reveal it to you, you know that it is not green color. And now you want this blue color to go away and you want the green color to appear. Now before I take it away, you only had one single expectation, one single wanting, which is the green color. But now you want two things. The first one is you want the green to appear and blue to go away. That is anger. The very moment that you set expectations on a certain way, there are so many ways things could happen in this world. It all depends on the underlying causes that controls that specific effect. It doesn't rely upon your liking. The way that the world works doesn't consider your liking, your wanting. You just consider the underlying causes that gives life to that specific circumstances, that specific situation. For example, I have already grabbed this stone under this bag, inside this bag, but you expected a different color. Now what happens is, now the very moment that you set that expectation, you have set yourself to doomage, you have set yourself to chaos, you have set yourself to the defeat and failure. Why? Because there are five ways that things could happen. Either I could grab the blue stone, or I could grab the white stone, or red one, or orange one. There are four ways that things could go wrong, and only one way that things could go right. 4 out of 5 ways you have set yourself to a path where it leads you to anger. But that's because I only brought 5 stones. What about this world? When you talk about this world, there are so many ways that things could happen. If we take a bottle of water, there are so many ways that we can keep this bottle of water somewhere. We can keep it slanted, we can keep it horizontally, we can keep it vertically, we can drink half of it and keep it. There are so many ways, infinite ways that the things could happen. But we make one single situation, one single occurrence special, and we call it my way, and we expect things to happen that way. Aren't we setting ourselves to this crash course? We are going to crash into this endless chasm called anger, angry words, the feelings of sorrow, regret afterwards. We talked about that last week. How to have a guilt free conscience and a happy life. Because we know that the moment that you feel angry, it doesn't stop there. You're going to blame the person that is sitting in front of you. Like, you can blame me for taking out the blue stone, can't you? You can blame me for taking out a different stone than you liked. The same way, when things didn't go the way that you want, we always blame the people around us. We point our fingers towards everybody that is in our lives, that is in that situation. Your child, your parents that take care of the child, maybe, your siblings, maybe. They get the blame. So you can blame me for taking out the wrong stone, even. But I am taking out a stone regardless of what you like. I mean, I am going to take away a stone from that bag regardless of your liking for that color. So then, who's to blame? Is it the person that takes the rock out, or isn't that the person who thinks that I should get the green color? Who's to blame? The person who expects that I should get the green color, or the person that takes out the stone? What do you think? I think the true culprit is not the person that takes out the stone. I think the true culprit is the person that sets an expectation on the green stone. What if you can accept the green and the orange and the white the same? What if you can give all of these stones the same value? What if there is no difference between these stones? Imagine the life that you will lead. There are no expectations whatsoever. Whatever that the stone that is presented to you, you become happy. Your happiness doesn't depend on the color of the stone that comes out of this bag, because every moment a new stone comes out of the bag. Every moment. That is how life is. Life gives you different types of challenges every moment. Every moment there is a stone that is trying to come out of this bag, a white color stone. Next moment, well, what is it? Blue color stone. The next moment, it is the orange color stone. So every moment there is a stone that is about to come out of this bag. That is life. This is not a bag. This is your life. This bag full of colored stones is your life, ladies and gentlemen. This is your life. And it presents you different colored stones, and why are we expecting a certain color each and every moment? And that is what leads you to stress, anxiety, depression, and the list goes on. If you understand that you have no control over the stone that comes out of this bag, then you're free. Then you know what is causing this anger. So let's take another example. So again, you're selecting a color. What color do you want now? Orange? Okay. So I'm holding a stone now inside this bag. So I'm going to take it out. Ta-da! What is it? It's orange. What do you think now? Now this is the color that you expected, the color that you wanted for so long. What did this bring you? At this very moment, you are relieved, aren't you? At this very moment, you are happy, aren't you? But the very moment just before, 5 seconds before, were you happy? No. You were expecting, you were waiting, your anticipation was there. You were thinking, what will happen? Will she give me? Will she not give me? Will she behave the way I want? Will she not? Will she agree with me? Will she stop? Will she continue? That was there, right? So then, when you take out this particular stone, you felt happy not because I took out the stone that has orange color, but because you had an expectation for the orange color. Your expectation, your anticipation, your vexation, that feeling of wanting to see it so badly, that feeling got relieved, that feeling got fulfilled, that feeling was what you called happiness. So is it a true happiness that you sought? Is it a true happiness that you chased after? This makes your this gives you a new definition for your pursuit of happiness. Are you in pursuit of happiness, or are you in pursuit of vexation? Are you in pursuit of anticipation? Aren't you? Ask yourself this question, ladies and gentlemen. This is the real truth that gives you freedom. This is the truth that stops you from pointing fingers at others. This is the truth that will make you feel free. You will find the solace that you are searching for a long time. This journey is very beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Come join with us. It is the journey that matters, not the destination. Don't think about the destination, but experience this wisdom, experience this freedom that you feel right now. Imagine a life without expectations, without anger, that you are happy with anything that comes your way. Whatever color that this bag gives you, you are okay. Whatever that your life throws at you, you're okay. That is the happiness that we are after. That is the happiness that our teachers teach us. Come, join us. So I'll meet you again with our next episode about anger no more.